I just want to use this opportunity to appreciate all Biafrans that attend the Redeclaration and both those in homeland and around the world for your support for us to be able to achieve this milestone. You Biafrans have really done well. The little that you have propelled us, have really, I would say kudos for all genuine Biafrans that have been supporting from the bottom of their heart. And for those that have it and be giving from the bottom of their heart, the land of Biafra will bless you.
Too much. Enough is enough. Mma pịagwa mmadụ ọfọ n'isi. Onye ọbụla kwari onwe ya ugwu. Onye ọbụla rụọ n'ọfịs ya. Unu ejere mee ka nwaanyị a mee mistake n'ọrụ ọ na-alụ. And unu emere ka o wute Prime Minister Simon ịkpa na few days here. Ọ na-enwe conversation with the Finland government and Nigerian government. Unu ebidogo na drag ihe nwere isi. Enough is enough. Prime Minister Simon apapụta otu ndị niile na-enye nsogbu. Dobe ndị na-enye nsogbu. Finance Minister ị na-enye Ngozi Ọrabueze nsogbu. Were nwayọọ. Ana m afụ na mmụọ mgbe niile. Amaghị m ebe ị na-eje. Ogologo abụrụkwa na nwa m eto onye. Arụ gba afọ ọ na-echekwa onye mere enu. Nkape gba afọ ọkwa ebidi ndị mmụọ. Were nwayọọ. Revisit the secret of our ancestors. Ladies first. Ladies first. I am going to know in the diaspora, man. Ladies first. Ngozi Ọrabueze. The Simon Abraham before honorable meeting with the Finland government. So let's strengthen the SIPOP Nigeria and the Nigerian government. Because let there be peace. Biafran government bring let the Udo ka achọrọ anyị achọrọ nsogbu a anyị achọrọ ya cha marakwa na Prime Minister Simon akpasị ihe nwerekwa friend ihe a chọrọ bụ onye ji esori ya chọta Biafra independent and ọkwa ebe a ga nọ Finance Minister dụọ onwe ọdụ ebe ahụ nwata na ebe agwa nne ya nọ ya nna ya nọ ya ndị mmụọ ndị mbụra ndị egere na ndị mmụọ niile nji aga onye ọbụla na point gị wepụ obi gị ihe abụrụ ya father's property ma ọ bụrụ ndị Nigeria. God bless every Biafrans who are listening what I'm saying. Shall be well with you. He said.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. Una know say it never today where they declare the United States of Biafra. And as they declare like this, so many problems start to come up. And this problem come make these people where they united before come they get problem. But now waiting they happen be say the Biafra Minister of Finance and in cabinet, they don't come out to talk say na peace na in need. Say the thing where they be say na one common enemy, na in they fight. So it no good for them to they fight themselves again. Say make everybody come together, say make them unite so that they go fight their common enemy. Them talk say all these things where they happen. Saying a normal thing na in be. Them talk say during transition, problems like this they always come up. Saying that the way where they take handle them na be the main thing. And this one like this don't make them ready to shed their sword and drop their pride so that they go feel unite together, fight their common enemy. So that they call on Dr. Ngozi Ọrabueze and other Biafrans. They then come together so that they no go allow their enemy love them. Them talk say two people they disagree, even brothers and sisters, then they disagree. Saying a normal thing this one be for inside any relationship. Say make them no allow the enemies love them at all, and make them no allow their enemies succeed on top the plan where they get against them. So they don't come out to talk plenty things on top of that one. Then talk about the finance and the thing where they cause all this problem where they go on. And then they sue for peace so that everybody go come together so that all this problem and all this disunity where they go on like this go fit stop. So I go play the video for Una and I go hear everything where they talk. But before I play the video for Una, if today might be the first time where they visit our channel, make you kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel, and make you also drop what you get to talk for inside the comment section. Make it allow now make Una watch the video.
Then they surprised to see the way we are defending the land of Biafra. The zoo, they surprised. These people never get everything they need. They have already defeated us like this. It become a surprise to them. And most of you have already surprised. You never believe what you have been seeing. You can never believe what you are seeing. Because you were thinking, Can Simon Ekpa do this? Simon Ekpa are proving to you beyond. That little money you give Simon Ekpa, he surprised those who were calling accountability. They are now up. Where is Livingstone? Where is Ife? When Simon Ekpa was doing something, they were saying all our money contributing, come and do account. They wanted to bring distraction. The same way you people are bringing distraction now. If you want the enemy to defeat you, or you want the enemy to defeat the nation, do you know where they will touch? They will touch the defense. They will touch the finance. And they will touch the media. Break the defense. And believe you me, that nation must collapse. How can they break the defense? Seize the finance. And then use the media to brainwash others one. That nation is totally collapsed.
This is not time to this is not time to deceive our people. If you know where you'll be putting your money for the past 2 years and everything is working, keep doing that. We still have the two websites, IPOBinUSA.org and the Biafra Republic Gov.org. Still go there and make your contribution. If you have a winning team, I have a question. If Biafran team is winning, are we going to hire Ududuwa team to play football for us? Are we going to get Abazonia team to play for us? No, we'll use the same winning team. The team that have been winning, even when our prime minister is here, still remain the team. The government that was formed when he was here cannot be dissolved in his absence. That is insult to him. That is a blow to him. That is being disrespectful. It's like planning a coup. Which I proudly represent the Biafra Republic government in exile, the legitimate government of Biafra. And I'm here in Maryland, Baltimore, precisely Maryland, metropolis of Washington, D.C. But when you say Washington, D.C. is comprised of 3 states, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. Proudly sitting in our office. Our office remains our head office. Our website still remains the website. Our media team still remains formidable. What about our defense? Our defense stay intact. You tell me what changes. You tell me now, why do we deserve a new government? Or do we have a new government? No, we don't. We just have some group that decide to break away. They break away, but we don't know their intention. We leave that to Biafra God, who we judge and know the reason why. We are not the breakaway government. The government still remains. Our charter still clearly stated Biafra Republic government in exile. Our charter have a guideline of how the transitional government will, how the operation will actually happen or occur. Please, I came across a video yesterday from Biafra Unite. I will encourage every minute from Biafra to go and watch that video, that YouTube video. I think it touched light in a lot of important stuff. And a lot of you that have not read the charter, get a copy of your charter or get it online or get it from who you know that have it. Go through it. We are not a government, and the charter is what are buying, and we are working based on the charter. So that's why last year in Finland, I'm one of the signatories to the charter. All delegates that were present in Finland last year signed for this charter to guide us in whatever we are doing. This is not time for saga, not time for cussing, gossiping. Throughout today, I have been on phone call, meeting after meeting, meeting after meeting. I actually run a business as well. But upon that, I still bring my time to be able to do what I do for Biafra. I have meetings, international meetings, local meetings, and other. And all the meetings are all valuable, and it's something that I'm happy that it happened. In Biafra Republic government in exile, we still have those. Let me repeat. In Biafra Republic government in exile, we still have those with common sense. We have those that even without reading the charter, they will tell you how government is run. Government is not run like a banana republic. No, there is rule, law, and order how government operate. I'm really enlightened about how government operate. Here in the United States of America, over 15 straight years, I watch the political news a lot. I spend 4 or 5 hours every day. It really educates me as a person of how government runs. And with the help of our lobby, going to Washington again, enlightening me more. In the month of September, 1 straight month, every day I'm in Washington, D.C. with lawmakers. If you're in that position, do you want to tell me that you're not going to learn something from there? I do. I really appreciate the opportunity that Biafran people have given me, especially our Prime Minister, and I call Alias my friend, that every day we spend almost the whole day together. Sometimes from morning when I leave to Washington, D.C., I get home around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It's a pleasure to serve, and I will still continue serving. Very soon, we're going to hit Washington, D.C. again. We'll be doing what we'll be doing, getting more recognition, working with Congress, and Biafra will surely be recognized by the great country of the United States of America. The last meeting I have with the one and only still remain the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. After my speech, he actually borrowed word from my speech and he make reference to it. That's when I know what I said sink in. I look at myself pure from my heart. I start smiling inside me. I'm like, wow, this man is listening. It's funny, but it made my day that very day that I'm able to have that meeting. And I told him we're going to Finland to redeclare Biafra, which we did. And Biafra is redeclared December the 2nd. The process started on December the 29th. So we cannot mark December the 29th as the legitimate day because that's when the process started. And you cannot call election when the vote is not counted and solidified. You can't count or you cannot pronounce the winner. So on the 2nd, the vote were counted by Honorable Obi, state by state, state by state. And after that, we have 517 delegates. They all cast their vote to solidify the votes that we are counted. That's when we can now pronounce the Redeclaration of Biafra. And we need to, as a young government, as a young country, Biafra have been existed before, and now we form a new government, beginning a new chapter of Biafra. We learn every day. It is a process how government is run. I will encourage every Biafran, if you can, Google, make research. Department from the Prime Minister, what is the role of a Prime Minister in the government? What is the role of a president? What is the role of a cabinet members? What is the role of what we call COS? When I went to Washington, D.C., I have met over probably 20 to 30 COS. Every member of Congress have their COS. Washington, D.C. have over 530-something COS. Are you going to tell me that 530-something COS in Washington, D.C., they are all second in command? No. They work under the congressman that represents a district. They work under a senator that represents a state. Like some states in America have 2 senators. I'm able to have opportunity to meet with Senator Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz used to be a former U.S. candidate with J. Donald Trump as president. He used to be J. Donald Trump, which will be the new president that will be sworn in on January 2016. Ted Cruz ran against J. Donald Trump as of then. Ted Cruz have his own COS as well. Speaker of the House have his own COS as well. All the members of the Congress I met with, they all have their own COS. If all the COS happen to be second in command, that means you have 530 something COS second in command in the United States of America. Joe Biden have his COS in his office. The office of the COS must be respected in a way that we don't need to disrespect anyone. COS answer to the president or to the prime minister, not to the cabinet, not to the government elected officials. The government officials are elected. They are not appointed. While COS is appointed by an individual either as president or as prime minister. So the COS serve under the prime minister, is the head of the prime minister cabinet. And while the president have the COS appointed as well. That's why when the president is leaving office, the president leave with all the cabinet member including the COS. If a prime minister is leaving office, that prime minister leave with all the cabinet member of that prime minister. So when they leave office, the government still runs because the government still have those that are voted in, not selected or not appointed. So now, Biafrans, I believe we have get that straightened up. In our own case, there's no different in our own case as the government, because now we operate as a government. So every meaningful Biafran, do your research, find out the meaning of every cabinet member and their capacity and how they operate. While we are doing that research, we want to respect everyone that have been serving under the Biafra Republic government in exile, and we have some that have decided to leave the Biafra Republic government. One example is from Maryland. The admin of Maryland decided to leave the Biafra Republic government. For that reason, we'll be working on who will be in charge to help us coordinate Maryland. Other states, likewise the same, we'll be working on any member that voluntarily leave the government. We're not going to leave that office vacant because we have work to do, especially from the state level. So every member that decides to leave the Biafra Republic government in exile and go form their own government, you still have the opportunity to come back, fall back in line, and do what you'll be doing until our prime minister will be with us. Then he will now decide what to do. But if you do leave, remember that position will be occupied by someone else. That also applies to the rep, the North and South American rep. I believe if she's listening, fall back and do the right thing. But if you decide to leave, our government must definitely be up. That vacuum there, we need somebody who will be able to coordinate the North and South America. And for fellow Biafrans, please don't do what we call follow. Do whatever you want to do with your clean conscience. We are a democratic country or nation. We have to make sure that whatever you're doing is from your conscience. You don't let anyone dictate or decide for you. Just like if you want to cast your vote, don't let anyone tell you how you cast your vote. Do what you know that is right. Don't take because your admin decide to fall out and join a new government or create he or her own government. For that reason, you will now have to. If that your admin have asked you to jump inside a lagoon, whereby you know that you can't come out alive from that lagoon, will you jump inside? If that admin asks you to drink acid or to jump inside the burning fire, will you do that? Do what you know is right. Don't let anyone bully you. Don't let anyone bully you. Use your tongue and count your teeth. Ask yourself, what happened last month when our prime minister is here? Ask yourself, what about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, a year ago? We are all happy family. Everything is happening. Everything is just running as smooth. Even if we have problem, no one knows. But at the same time, our prime minister never paraded or asked us to deviate our money to any account or do something else. And for those that might want to use our account against our prime minister or to indict our prime minister have no signatory to our account. So I don't know if you don't know that, you better know. For those that think they can use our account to nail him down or attach him or just to implicate him, our Prime Minister don't have signatory to any of Biafra Republic government account. And we don't raise fund. This is very important. We don't raise fund for our Prime Minister. We raise fund for the Biafran people to defend their land. We raise fund to defend the Biafran land. The fund is not raised for our Prime Minister. It's very important because some are saying we raise fund for our Prime Minister. Somebody, a former Sabo or betrayer called Emeka Livingston, tried to nail our Prime Minister a while ago, saying that we raise fund for our Prime Minister or we fund our Prime Minister to do whatever he's doing now. We don't fund him. He has no access to our money. He has no connection with our money. In Finland authority, maybe if they come across this or whatever, we want to set the record straight. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Biafran people don't raise fund for him. The Biafran people raise fund to defend their land. And our Prime Minister is not the consumer either. We use the fund to do what is necessary to defend our land from our enemy, to defend our land from the invaders, to defend our land from those that want to terrorize our country, from those that want to rape our women, our sisters, from those that want to rape everything rapeable. Those nomadic people, they're the one we are fighting against. Mazi Raf, I think Mazi Sonny is back, right?
Yes, I'm here. And
okay.
Thank you,
okay,
Minister.
All
Sorry
right.
for the interruption in the connection. And let me use this opportunity before the connection flocks me again, because I'm having internet issues here and power supply. All right, Biafran people, you have heard it all from the finance minister, and we want you to understand that the government of Prime Minister is still intact. No one can dissolve it nor dissolve the Prime Minister and his entire government. Now, a message to all the cabinet members of the Prime Minister. This message is to all of you. The government that the Prime Minister left in your hands are still standing. And if you now allow or you join hands with those that decide to scrap the government and to set up their own new government, if you join hands with them, the God of Biafra is watching all of you. And when Prime Minister is back, he will answer to them all. You should understand and remember that the Prime Minister is inside the police custody of Finland to answer to the reasons why we are fighting for this Biafra, to the reasons why he had a government set up, to the reasons why we must raise funds all the time as Biafrans to defend our motherland. So, Prime Minister is in there to give accountability for the Biafra liberation and to give accountability to the government of Biafra, to give accountability for the existence of the Biafran people. Prime Minister is not there for himself. He's not there for me alone. He's not there for Minister of Finance alone. He's not there for only you. He's there for every one of us. So if in his absence, you now decide to say, I destroy what Prime Minister built, I am building my own, and you are joining forces with those that are doing that, you are the biggest enemy. Because if you don't enable someone that is digging a pit to throw in a baby inside, that very baby will not end up being thrown inside that pit. So if you're helping the person to gather the sand or to help the person to throw in the shovel or anything that the person is doing, you are also a partner in crime. I'm calling on all of you, I'm sending this message to you, that you should remember that you are betraying the Prime Minister that has served you for the past 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Now, if you know, because we're propagated on the media without your consent by the new government that they have formed, your names were there, you just left and woke up and you started seeing your names there without any consultation. And if you know that you have gone to remove your name there so that you will not face the God of Biafra, I want to see all of you in the fundraising on Saturday. Come to the fundraising on Saturday and then speak to Biafran people and let them know that you are not part and parcel of those trying to destroy what the Prime Minister had built for years. Our defense is the prime thing that the Prime Minister built for us. And that defense is protected with finance. And that finance is the defense. So if you fight any of these two, you have done a very big treason. So anyone that stood up and said is looking for the accountability of the Prime Minister in his absence, while Finland police is also asking for the same accountability of him on what we are doing as Biafrans, then that means you are the biggest enemy. You are worse than even the Finland police that took him into question him for accountability of Biafra. So at this very point, it's not time that you should not take sides. I can see that some of you position to answer minister and deputy and big names has entered your brains. Because if it is not to answer names, you will not see that the man that fought for you is in detention to answer for the existence of you. And then you are now setting up a panel, seated, and then asking other people to go and drag the same prime minister and bring him to the table to come and answer questions. You drag the minister that he put in place to do anything, or you call the minister that he put in place to do anything to come and give you a report, or you call his PA that is in charge of the military in the homeland. Anyone that you call in his absence to come and start giving you reports, you are actually working against the prime minister. This is not the time for you to do that, and I'm calling on all of you to desist. Come out and then tell the Biafran people that you are not part and parcel of those digging the grave of the prime minister. Also, to those that are the admins and reps, which Ngozi Oraweze has called all of you and threatened all of you that
Sonny, did we lose you? Looks like we lost him. Mother Betty, can you hear me? Finance? Hello, Biafrans, you've heard it. Mother Betty, can you hear me? Is it from my network? Betty? Okay, you're muted. Wait. Hold on. Mother Betty, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. So, hello, Biafrans. Okay, mute yourself back, Mother. Hello, Biafrans, you've heard it. Mother Betty, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, fellow Biafrans, you've heard everything that our finance minister have said, and I'm sure you listened to our minister of information, and it's time for us, to do the needful. I don't know if Mazio Genkere is here. If there are questions from the comment section that are relevant, I will display them for the Minister of Finance to respond. If there are demanding questions on the comment section, I will display it for the Minister of Ejima to respond. Otherwise, we will know that Biafrans, you have heard us. As I'm speaking to you right now, we have 2,400 people watching across the channels that we are streaming in 1 hour. Just in 1 hour, we have 2,000 plus, 2,400 exactly, 2,412 actually, watching this live broadcast. The Minister of Ejima is solidly here, and 2,500 Biafrans. Yes, the numbers are going high, 2,600. Immediately they see the finance minister, they will just come. They like your face, but they'll get you. Biafrans are happy to see you.
When we say what we are doing is spiritual, sometimes we don't understand. We Biafrans, we have a lot of Biafrans with common sense. When I went for Trump campaign in Palm Beach, Florida, there's a topic. The topic is about value as a people, common sense value. Like in Biafra land, we have a culture as well. Culture that when a kola nut is broken, before he actually gets to, it starts from the male child or male or the man, they will all be the one to first partake of the kola nut, correct? That's a culture of a people and a value. So sometimes we ask ourselves a question: why is it that we don't first serve the women or the female, the kola nut? There's a reason. So we as Biafrans, we have value of life. We have a value. We have a culture. So our culture is not culture where men will turn to female, or you will turn a female to a man. And we Biafrans, we align ourselves with God. God. It's all about God, value as a people. And we Biafrans, when we see the truth, we follow the truth. Our leader, Mazin Namdekan, once emphasized on that as well. That Biafrans, when they see the truth, they will follow the truth. But don't let that actually deceive you, because Biafrans are stubborn. We Biafrans are stubborn as well. So it takes time. Sometimes to channel a Biafran to the right direction. But once they key in, that's it. I'm happy that I'm feeling better Last week, last 2 weeks after our Prime Minister was called for questioning, there was a lot of pressure of how we go to the convention and come back successfully, pressure of our angels, our defense, or what we need to do to straighten up our defense. It's just a lot. But I thank God that the Biafra Republic government is in exile. I'm here to proudly represent my boss to say our defense are in line with us. Our defense know what to do in a time like this. They have tried to board our defense over. It didn't work because our defense, they refuse to sell their soul. They made it clear they are not serving for money. They are not doing what they are doing for money. If they are doing it to gain money, to get money, or to get favor, they can just approach the zoo government and say, hey, zoo government, give us these millions or billions, we'll sell Biafra to you. But these are dedicated men that brought their life, everything to say they are here to serve the motherland, they are here to do the needful. And for those that think you can buy them by trying to tell them, if they listen to you, you will supply them everything you want or this. We don't want what we call ego orchard. We don't want something that will be harmful to them. They know what to do. They know the path that our Prime Minister have laid down. They know the foundation. And these people are truthful. That's why the land is protecting them. Upon all the sabotage, upon all the lies that was flying 2-3 days ago about one of our defense area, all turns to be lie. Thank God that Biafrans people are waking up, and what happened. It happened to straighten up what we need to address. That is the issue of Biafrans knowing what to do, knowing what is happening in their government. So the government is government of the people. The government, the real government are the people. Because without the people, who are you governing? Please, Biafrans, after our declaration, what do we need to do to straighten our defense? Because now the zoo terrorists, they know that we have declared Biafra. They know that we are ready to go. This is now when they will deploy all their arsenal to our land. So we have to fight hard, we have to be prepared, we have to defend our land. Only how to do that is by your support. The same way you'll be supporting, sitting at home every Monday, coming to fundraising every Saturday, both those that are donating anonymously, please continue doing what you're doing. The channels still remain, the website still remain, nothing have changed. Only the difference is that our Prime Minister is not here with us now, and he will join us shortly. What about if we change everything on his behalf, turn the table around on his behalf, even overthrow him? Then when he comes out, you think he will be happy to come out and find out that everything that he have labored for, worked for, was destroyed in just a short period of time? Why not leave everything the way it is? I got a message just yesterday that our Prime Minister is strong, even strong more than before, because he expects this day, he expects what happened, knowing that as a freedom fighter, one day, even I myself here speaking, one day, I know, but I'm ready. Whatever bullet they throw, I'm ready for it. I know one day they're still going to come in for questioning. It's normal. We are not the first to fight for freedom. Look, what about Mandela? What about Martin Luther King and others? It's just normal. Your oppressor cannot just leave you to eat bread and butter in peace. They will want you to eat it in pieces, if possible. They're always going to come after you, trying to disrupt everything you're doing. What about Ambazonia? What happened to Shu Ayaba, Dr. Shu Ayaba, and the former leader of Ambazonia? Leaders in every movement like this is expected once in a while to call for questioning. And during that period of questioning, they are testing your integrity. That's why they will shake you up to know if you are movable, if you are shakeable. When they shake you and find out you are not movable, you are not shakeable, they will let you go. That's the fact. So we have to wake up to the reality that if you're a freedom fighter, anything can happen. After speaking from here in the office, I can step out, the next thing is something else. They were like, oh, I have to be questioned for this or for that. And remember, your enemies are watching. They're not going to sleep without making sure they bring us down. It's just expected. Our Prime Minister will overcome this and he will be out. Our leader Mao Zedong can likewise we overcome, and he will be out. We just have to be strong. And the message I got yesterday, our Prime Minister urged all of us to be strong. I don't know if I can read the message out, but that's okay. I think I'm passing the message to Biafra. Our Prime Minister urges us to be strong, that we should not allow outside intruders to come and sabotage what we are doing. So we have to be strong, and him himself is strong, fighting. As we are on the message, he stated that him himself is strong, fighting for us. And the message stated that our Prime Minister is stubborn. The stubborn is that he's fighting. If he can be where he is fighting, what about you? What about me? So, fellow Biafrans, on Saturday, please, let's do the best we can as we have been doing. And so we can support those that are defending our land. They are the most priority. The priority now is not the title as Minister of Finance. Actually, you can take away the title from me. I don't care. But as long as I'm doing what I can do to sustain our defense, I'm fine. That's all I ask for. I'm not asking for anything else. Just support us, be part of this movement, be part of those that we support to make sure that our defense still remain the way it is, so that we won't be shakeable, so we'll remain resilient. Thank you. I think I still have a couple more advice to give Biafrans, and especially I will repeat the admins all over the world. If you're a rep or admin, the government of Biafra still remains the legitimate government. The same government is the government that when I parade with our lobby in Washington, D.C., is Biafra Republic government in exile. All of our documents, even from our Redeclaration done, is the Biafra Republic government in exile. So when the government will be dissolved, will be when Biafra is totally restored. That's when you dissolve a government. And how do you dissolve a government? You transit. During that transitional period, just in case of US, let me use USA as a case study. After the election in November 5, Donald J. Trump won the election. And while Joe Biden, the current president, is still in office. So there will be a transitional period. You cannot dissolve the president of America or government of America. During this transitional period, every of cabinet, the Trump cabinet, they will go to Washington, D.C. Let's say the finance minister, let's say the attorney general, who Trump appoint, will now go through the nomination process. And they will vote him through the Congress and the Senate to approve that nomination. Then after that, this attorney general will meet with the attorney general of the current serving president. They will now have a handshake and go through the office and go through some stuff. They will transit. You can't just dissolve. But when you dissolve, that means that transitional period not going to occur. So the government still remain. And for those that are still in the cabinet, if you are removed or you are kicked out somehow, you are still part of the government. The government have not asked anyone not to serve or remove anyone. That's not how government work. We are not running a kangaroo government. There's a process. And for all members of the cabinet, remember, you are voted in. They voted you. When they say raise up their hand, and they voted you in. So we are not running an organization that one-man show. Somebody will just wake up and say, hey, you Minister of Finance, you are kicked out. No way. Please fall back. Come to the fundraising on Saturday. Talk to Biafran people. Let Biafran people know that you are still with the Biafra Republic government in exile while we are praying, doing what we're supposed to do until our Prime Minister will join us. Then when he come out, he still remains the one piloting the affair. And for those that said, what about if the Prime Minister appoints somebody to rule over us? Let's say, for example, who the Prime Minister appointed is Satan the devil. Will you allow that person to rule over you? No. That's why in a democracy, we vote. Even if somebody is appointed to rule over you and me, we cast our vote if we agree or not. That's why you call it a democracy. It's not like authoritarian regime where somebody will just get up and say, hey, Mr. Ajay, I appoint you go 247 from now on to be your. No, there's a process. We need to learn how government run. When you know how government run, you know how to approach matter in situations like this. Thank you, Mazi, Deputy Minister of Information. Thank you for this privilege. And our sister Becky, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And there is a question, they are asking, and I know you have already touched on it. They're asking if you can give a little bit of update, as we know that you are the closest person to the Prime Minister right now. You are the one that have got the ears and the heart of the Prime Minister right now. And with the current situation, you are the only person. Actually, Biafrans need to hear this. I'm telling you, we're not bluffing. Our Minister of Finance is the only person that can tell you that the Prime Minister is okay and you take his word for it. He is the one that have come close and personal with the Prime Minister, heartbeat to heartbeat. So you are going to tell them, give them words from the Prime Minister and encouragement from him also. And then this lie that these people that have come from the government of the Prime Minister are lying, that the account, that somebody's been denied account. Look at the comment I pasted there. You need to tell them that nobody is being denied any account. The account has been the way it is. The finance minister is the same finance minister. The source is the same. Please touch on these two, please. The situation of the Prime Minister and the account.
Two sensitive things that I promised myself and our Prime Minister, even if he's not here, he know me. Our Prime Minister know that I'm stubborn. He know that there's a place you can't, if I say don't go here, don't go there. He know what most important in a movement like this. And that's why the zoo government, they know that the two key factor to our success, finance. Even before you get to once you get to the finance, you destroy the finance institution or the system, it's over. You have destroyed the military. That's why there's a time when during when Russia invaded Ukraine, there's a territory in the Donbas area. There's a time when Zelensky was traveling all over the world, soliciting for money, and the United States of America delayed in the package money they're supposed to send to Ukraine. And Russia used that period of time because of the vacuum and dip in the Donbas area. So when the Ukraine now received the money from US, they fought back. So money is the key. So money, without this money, our defense will collapse. This fight have been going a long time ago. Even I have a lot of zoo agents calling me, asking me what bank account we use, all they want to know the bank name, the bank information, the routing number, and all that. I try to make it not to be in public. I have a reason. People, not everything I will talk about our finance here, just like it's a top security on my own end, trying to protect that. And there's a time I warned somebody, Diane, I asked her to view the account. I think I mentioned that at the Twitter yesterday, not supposed to be public, but it's public now. Diane may have the opportunity to view our account. And when I added Diane do you all know, Biafrans, that Diane make actually at our cabinet meeting on one fateful day, I made a clear announcement. Whoever have the opportunity to log in to view our account, Biafra don't want it public, I don't want it public. You don't go there. No country in the world will make their account public or post it in the public space. Diane I think she's one of those that went to form her own government. Screenshot the account and post it to one other group. I was shocked. And for the past 2 years that I have been managing this account, that have never happened. I never believed that a day like this will come. So imagine when this group of people call you for you to bring Biafra Republic government account. We are not talking about personal account. This is a country account. To question it, what do you think? When you have somebody like Adadi Orama that lies, they will use it and make program. They will use all our account information, details by details, and make program and let the zoo government know where to attack. Our account is no go area. We don't make it public. We can't bring the whole details and tell you how much we have today and tomorrow. And a government don't run that way. So what I'm trying to say about our account, I hear these lies that they call me too many times about the account. During the time when our Prime Minister is here, if our Prime Minister have a problem, he will call, he will summon, not just call me, he will summon the whole cabinet, members of the government, and question the account. Our Prime Minister knows our account is no-go area because we believe we have a lot of saboteurs among us. We believe that if it's make it public to the whole cabinet, they're going to abuse it. Not only that, some of them, like I just mentioned the name, are like what Diane did. Diane screenshot a government account and posted public. That very day I was in shock. That never happened before. The next thing that we expose our account. When these people are calling me for question, they are not calling me for question. They probably want to indict do something. I don't know if they want to indict our Prime Minister. I don't know if they want to send the information to somebody that I don't know. What are they calling me for? To come and do account of the mandate account that Biafrans have been buying stuff online, or probably some money are going to mandate. I never questioned them. I never called them to audit it as the finance minister, because I believe what we are doing, we are serving the Biafran people in spirit and truth. And I strongly believe, okay, they are doing the right thing. is when you start calling somebody to question that person, you better check yourself and find out if you are pure. And these people that are calling the finance minister for a meeting, several times I have been kicked out. Anytime Ngozi or Rabezi, I don't really want to mention her name today, on her Zoom meeting, any Zoom that she created, during our meeting, whenever I'm speaking, she mutes me. And when she mutes you, she makes sure you can speak. She will pee on top of your head. She will march you on top of you can speak. Bully you, you're just going to look like somebody who they Mike Tyson knock front and back. You can't even move. You just be yelling behind behind that nobody even hear you. She will be lying on top of your head. And when you're speaking, sometimes she will remove you and act like it's network. It's not network. She kicked you, like less than 3 weeks ago, she kicked me out 3 times. The members of the cabinet start complaining. I remember Amobi was saying, then when you log in back, everyone will want me to get the mic back again. You were like, then she's gonna allow you lose your line of thought. Or make sure that when you come back, this individual will keep interrupting you. Is that the person you want to have a meeting with? Somebody that can listen to you. Somebody that cannot reason with you. It's all about her, all she wants. And when they call you for a meeting like that, these are a gang of people that want to swallow you and swallow what we are doing. They don't mean good. If they have been for good, I will attend the meeting. It's all they can do to harm the movement. That's what the meeting is all about. For them calling to question about our account. And after from Diane, Ebe make a screenshot and post whatever's the account. Some of the members that align themselves with this woman called Ngozi, all of them start releasing audio, saying some kind of negative stuff about this and this. I know where they're going, but I'm ready and I'm prepared. And I stand my ground to make sure that our account remains our account. Our account is unshakable. Our account is unmovable. And the account will also be serving the people of Biafra and be doing what's necessary for our defense. So I'm just debunking all that lie that they call me for questioning. I don't know if they want to ambush Biafra. I don't know if they want to use that to indict our prime minister, who I call my boss. How you want to call me for accounts for questioning? Then when I set up a fundraising as a finance minister, I don't need anyone permission to set up a meeting or a fundraising. Then when I set up a fundraising, I call my honorable members of the cabinet for fundraising so we can offset some bill. Then Ngozi Orabeze will delete it and instruct all members of the cabinet not to attend that fundraising. What did that tell you? This individual did not tell you that she meant well, she meant well for what we are doing or what? And threaten everyone that attend that fundraising that that person will be removed from the government. Who gave her the power? She's not even a cabinet member. She works under the office of the prime minister. Go do your research, do your Google, find out what is the job of COS for those that don't know. So the event that been unfolding for the past 2 weeks, I think Biafra start asking questions. Some are doing their research to know how government runs and how government work. Go do your research. What is the job of a COS in a government? Is COS member of the cabinet, or COS is self-appointed by the prime minister or the president to work under the prime minister or under the president, not for the government? And for those that want our account, what are you going to do with the account? Are you going to do something that you will be planning to indict who with our account, to know how we'll be taking care of our defense? What is your plan? Ask yourself serious questions. I think Biafran people for the past week or so, we have touched light in everything that we need to know. It's time now that we use our common sense as Biafrans, our common sense as free people, not as people that live under bondage. We are not in the zoo. If people in the zoo, people in Biafra land can think like normal human being, what about you and I that live in free world, like in America, in Europe? We are free to think as normal human beings and make our judgment. Don't let no one judge you or decide for you what to do. Use your common sense. Ask yourself question. For the past 2 years, if we have had problem with our finance, we all know who we call Obatulbi. Some shout Obatulbi just in vain. Our leader that I know, my boss, my prime minister, we summoned the whole cabinet and said, he have instructed the finance minister for audit, and the finance minister said no. And our prime minister will ask the cabinet, Can somebody ask the finance minister why he refused? But that never happened. And we have this person that said I called her Nikompo. Yes, that's who the person is. Because this person lied and said that our prime minister have called me to come and bring our account. Where am I bringing our accounts to serve? The account is where it is. Our prime minister never for the past 2 years called me for questioning about the account, because he know that the account of Biafra is well managed by the finance minister, and he's well pleased about it. When we travel for our Redeclaration in Finland, over 500 people that was there. How many successfully able to visit the office of our prime minister? If I'm not mistaken, among those that travel outside Finland, I believe it's just me. And we have a lot of discussion with those I need to have discussion with. And the photos I just share is just few. I have several meetings there. But let me tell you people, Biafra that we have come to serve, those that are genuinely serving Biafrans, don't chase shadow. Don't change government on behalf of their boss, on behalf of the prime minister. We'll have to wait until our prime minister is out. He's not dead. He will join us shortly, but I don't see any reason why we will just want to overturn the table. Less than 3 days, when our prime minister was called for questioning, some group led by Ngozi Orabeze went and formed what we call interim government to overthrow a government, or to what? What is the interim government for? They added me to that group. I know the reason why they added me to the group, finance, one, and they added another finance minister from the home de facto government. I know it's because of finance. And the rest of these 7 people are all her stooges. If it happens, we have to cast a vote over something. She will win, because the rest of the 7 will vote for her. And look at the number there. I ask question. Why is it our brother, one of the formidable Biafran that is part of this movement from day one, Imam Mado, is not there? I ask question. Why? I call some names. Why are they not there? No answer for that. And I immediately instruct that they should dissolve the interim government, because this is sabotage to Biafra, sabotage to plan a coup to overthrow a government. This happened just in 3 days when our prime minister was called for question. In 3 days, if something like that will happen, that makes me to ask question. You that do that in 3 days, what do you know that we don't know? You better speak to Biafran people. In 3 days. So do you believe, or do you know that in that 3 days, our prime minister is not coming out? That's why you formed the interim government. In just 3 days, somebody knows something, and this person is not speaking. Somebody knows something. When this person will start speaking, is coming. And I will be watching this person from my mirror. I will be laughing. I will say, yes, the God of Biafra is alive. In 3 days, our prime minister was called for question. In just 3 days, Ngozi Orabeze set up interim government. When they called me for that meeting, actually, I don't want to be in that meeting. Somebody advised me to be there to hear what's going on. And I swear I want to use the opportunity to ask questions about what happened 2 days before that. And I asked, what is this? Can somebody tell me what interim government is? Can she tell me what interim government is? She turned off her camera. I laughed. I spent almost 10, 15 minutes trying to question this woman, actually. Ngozi Orabeze. What did you guys just trying to overturn the table? Are you guys trying to overthrow the government? That is the question I asked after our prime minister was called. Just 3 days for questioning. They already formed interim government. And look at the names on the interim government. I laugh. People that I know, they don't even know how the government run or work. Biafrans, open your eyes. Don't let no one buy your conscience. Don't let no one deceive you. And don't let lies fly. Because a lot of propaganda lies, and people have lied using my name. But aging will fall look. When you get here, you won't know where it's from. I come with pure heart to serve Biafra. I didn't join Biafra movement because of position. I never asked for this. They nominate me. After the nomination, I was voted in. I'm not appointed. They vote me in. And before then, they know my capacity or capability financially, what I can do. And for those that are angry when I mention what I have done financially or otherwise, I welcome you. Come join this club of financing Biafran freedom. Please, if you're a billionaire, please come bail us out. I will be the number one to kneel down and say thank you for what you have done. I will be the number one if you allow me to talk to Biafran people to appreciate you. We need those that will do more than I. There's a lot of people that are way richer than me that can even give more than I'm giving. Please, I plead with you on behalf of fellow Biafrans. Come on, what are you waiting for? Don't be angry when I tell my story. Don't be angry when I tell Biafran people how I have been part of this, supporting financially and otherwise. Please, come on board. I know the millionaires and billionaires are watching. Biafra is for all of us, not just for me. When Biafra comes, you and your family and your generation, they will all be happy that Biafra have fully redeclared, which we already done, and defended. Millionaire, billionaire, come on board. Let's shake the table together. Let's make our defense stronger like never before. Let's make Biafran proud. I know Biafran people have those that are capable millionaires and billionaires I can support. Don't be angry when I said I am trying the best I can and look at what I have done. Please come support, come join. If you can do that publicly, you can do it anonymously. Please kindly contact the finance minister, the one that our prime minister trusted for over 2 years without complaint. Everything we are doing to save our land, the finance minister is doing the best. Just like I said in Finland, I was so emotional when I found out a lot are not going as planned. I said, I'm doing my best. Even till now that I'm speaking, I'm doing my best. I will keep doing my best. Whether they like it, whether they don't like it, I'm in, and I will never go back. Obago. Thank you very much.